Hello there, I'm Thuy Dương, and you're here with me on another episode of Culture Mosaic on VTV International. As we venture out into our journey today, we'll learn more about the art of making Vietnam's iconic conical hats. Then it's off to another craft, and that is embroidery, not just of any typical clothes, but of royal garments. In our On the Mic this week, we'll get a chance to chat with the recent Vietnam Idol winner, who just happens to be Filipino-born. And then the thrilling art of fire dancing, performed by a group of artists here in Hanoi. Master embroiderer dedicates a lifetime to reproducing royal garments. A chat with Janice Vuong, Vietnam's Idol's winner this year. And later on, fire dancing grows a fan base through a group of performers in Hanoi. Over the past 20 years, there has been a master embroiderer who has devoted his entire life to reproducing royal costumes from different Vietnamese dynasties. As a scion of the traditional craft village of Dong Kieu, Vũ Văn Giỏi has successfully mastered the skill and has undertaken the task of exquisitely embroidering costumes that are fit for royalty. In this week's Culture and Lifestyle, we'll get a chance to meet the artisan and learn more about his special work.
This is the costume of Emperor Dong Khánh from the Nguyen dynasty from the year 1802 to 1945. It is artisan Vũ Văn Giỏi most satisfying work, as he spent 15 months finishing the costume with the help of 8 embroidery assistants. 28 meters of cloth and about 7 kilograms of thread were used to remake this royal costume. However, the road to mastering the craft of royal embroidery was not as smooth as silk.
Bắt đầu tôi vào cuộc từ cuối năm 93, 94 bắt tay vào làm. Thì đến năm 98 mới thành công được một cái áo. Cho nên cái số lượng áo thì thật sự là cả hỏng với cả được thì nó phải lên cả trăm chiếc ấy. Nhưng cái được ấy, những cái mà đúng ấy thì nó chỉ khoảng tầm ngoài 30 chiếc. Để mà tâm đắc nhất mà nhiều thời gian làm được thì là cái áo có long bào của hoàng đế, của ông vua Đồng Khánh. Cái là lâu nhất, vì cái nó thêu ở trên nền sa lam, cứ dệt cách một bỏ một, cái lối thêu nó rất là khó.
To get the designs for royal costumes, he had to research books and motifs left over from ancient stelae and artifacts at pagodas and communal houses. He also quizzed the older embroiderers in his village. However, these difficulties have not held him back from reproducing royal costumes.
Phục dựng thì nó phải là nguyên bản nguyên gốc, chứ không phải là làm theo kiểu mô phỏng. Cho nên tư liệu và tài liệu cũng không có. Những cái tư liệu thì nó cũng chỉ trong những cái hình ảnh, mà hình ảnh thì đen trắng thì nó cũng rất là khó. Quan trọng nhất là cái nó đã là thất truyền những cái lối thêu đúng theo cái lối thêu xưa của các cụ. Nên từ bản thân là tôi cũng đã quay vào tìm hiểu và đi học hỏi những cái cách thêu của các cụ.
Giỏi job requires him having an understanding of each pattern on the king's robes and other royal costumes.
Về cái họa tiết hoa văn thêu trên ấy, thì của vua nó cũng có khác của các quan lại. Cái thứ nhất nó là phân biệt về những hình thể ở trên, hoa văn họa tiết trên của vua là rồng, là chính rồng 5 móng và chính vàng. Của các quan thì cũng là mãng và những cái con linh vật phân ngôi cấp. Một cái áo của một bà thái hậu thì áo phượng, trong đó là chỉ thêu vạn và thọ để chúc cho bà vạn thọ trường thọ. Dưới vạt áo thì có những con hạc với con rùa nói về những cái trường thọ.
Since the artisan has experienced many difficulties on this path, he hopes to inspire the next generation to follow and preserve this traditional craft.
Nghệ nhân nào cũng thế thôi, đến tuổi già rồi thì nói chung là cũng phải kém, mà mình không truyền đạt lại thì tôi nghĩ là cũng rất là uổng. Với cái nghề mà không biết ý, thì lại phải mày mò lại từ đầu, kể cả có sẵn tài liệu thì cũng rất mất nhiều thời gian. Cho nên là tôi cũng không muốn thế hệ sau này mất nhiều thời gian như cái ekip của tôi nữa, mà muốn là truyền đạt lại cho những em nào mà các cháu nào mà đam mê.
Em sinh ra trong một gia đình nghề truyền thống, thì em được tiếp xúc với nghề thêu từ bé và cũng làm nghề cũng như là học nghề từ bé rồi. Có lẽ là nghề thêu này nó khác hẳn với cả các cái ngành và các nghề khác. Thì nghề thêu này thì thứ nhất là cũng cần sự kiên trì để mình vừa học vừa làm, và tâm huyết nữa.
Reproducing royal costumes is my destined career. This is how artisan Vũ Văn Giỏi confined his special work. It is his wish to introduce the art of royal embroidery to the public and foreigners to make sure the art of royal embroidery will not be lost again.
The conical hat has long been considered an indispensable part of Vietnamese culture. The history behind the hat is essential when you learn about Vietnamese culture. Join us this week on a journey to Chuang Village, a village that makes traditional conical hats, in order to learn more about Vietnam's iconic headwear.
Durable and solid, milky white and decorated with thread. These are the distinctive features of conical hats from Chuang Village in Hanoi's Thanh Ngoai district. For this small village, conical hats aren't just a traditional craft, but also a source of local pride.
Ôi giời, vui lắm. Ngày trước nón chợ Chuông gọi là nón chợ Chuông nhất mẹ. Sáng sớm, ngày phiên chợ Chuông này thì là cái xách nón tới tất, đi ra cầu hàng nón là được bán. Rồi bán xong rồi đi sắm vốn. Vui lắm mà nhộn nhịp.
Conical hats are made of palm leaves taken from Phú Thọ, Thanh Hóa, and Quảng Bình. The first phase of processing leaves is the most difficult. Craftspeople must use their feet to roll bunches of leaves on sand while not damaging the leaves. Later, the leaves are dried in the sunlight on village roads or along dikes.
Cái làm lè, người làm lè là vất vả lắm, vừa nắng vừa mưa, nắng cũng khổ, mưa cũng khổ, vất vả lắm. Nắng độ 40 độ thì lè lại không được đẹp, nắng chỉ tầm độ 30, 35 độ thì cái lè nó mới được đẹp, mà nó nọn lè. Chứ nắng độ 40 độ là lè nó thành ra nó đỏ.
Following the drying phase is the ironing. Craftspeople use a hot wet towel to slightly straighten the leaf. After finishing with leaves, this special bamboo frame with evenly and rounded bamboo sticks will be used to shape the hat.
Nếu mà làm được cái nón đẹp thì trước hết là cái cổ vòng làm nào sửa cho nó tròn, nó đẹp cái nón trong cái bộ mặt ở đấy. Xong cái thứ hai cái dây lá là nó phải trắng nõn mà căng dây lá ra.
The last phase in making a conical hat starts. Leaves are arranged carefully on the frame and then stitched together. This may look simple, but requires the same attention to detail as an embroiderer.
Cái con nón đẹp là một cái thắt mau này mà nó nhẵn mũi nón, nó không nhìn thấy cái chân kim. Thế mà cái nón phải phẳng, đẹp.
Every Chuang villagers knows how to make conical hats. Conical hats have become a symbol, an unforgettable memory of people who live far away from home. Returning to the country after decades, architect Mai Thế Nguyên and Luyến Shell still keep the image of conical hat in their hearts. Returning when the hat is not as popular as before, two longtime friends always think of creating products related to conical hats, a cultural symbol of Vietnam. And that's how the idea of conical hat lamp was born.
Cái ý tưởng này thật ra là cái ý tưởng của cái nhà thiết kế của bác Nguyên. Vì bác cũng là một người đã sống ở nước ngoài lâu năm và cái tình quê hương của bác có lẽ rất là cao. Cho nên bác với tôi đồng một cái suy tư về những cái đẹp của Việt Nam. Vì thế chúng tôi muốn nghĩ tới là tại sao mình không phổ biến cái nón này nhiều hơn nữa và đem lại một cái kinh tế mới cho những cái vùng quê để họ duy trì những cái truyền thống làm nón này để nó được lâu bền hơn.
Tôi rất tự hào và hãnh diện là được giới thiệu với các bạn một cái đèn hoàn toàn làm sản xuất ở Việt Nam. Đây là một sản phẩm ở trong quê đưa ra rất là dân dã. Tôi lấy hai cái nón này là sản phẩm của làng Chuông. Đây là những cái sản phẩm rất là đơn giản của nông dân họ dùng.
Cái đèn đó là tượng trưng của một cái gia đình Việt Nam. Chúng tôi muốn nói lên một gia đình có một người cha, người mẹ và có con cái. Cái phối hợp này là chúng tôi muốn dùng lên một cái tư tưởng rất là đơn giản. Một cái nón đơn giản của người nông dân Việt Nam. Nhưng mà chúng tôi hiện đại hóa bằng cách là để lên một cái ánh sáng vào trong đó. Và ánh sáng này nó có những cái kỹ thuật mà nó làm cho dịu mắt.
With the creativity of people who loves the country's cultural values, conical hats continue to represent a cultural symbol of Vietnam.
You're tuning into Culture Mosaic, our weekly journal featuring the rich cultural diversity of the nation. We hope to become a bridge that connects artists and their work to our viewers out there. So, do you want to join us on this journey through various cultural scenes in Vietnam? We have a lot more in this week's installment coming up for you in just a moment. For the first time in its 7 seasons, Vietnam Idol this year has had a non-Vietnamese take the title, as it named Filipino-born contestant Janice Phương as the winner of this season. How did Janice come to Vietnam and embark on a music career? And what has her journey towards victory been like? We'll get to hear the answers from her as our reporters sat down with Janice for this week's edition of On the Mic. Let's have a look in the following.
Và người chiến thắng của chương trình Việt Nam Idol 2016, Janice Phương.
Và xin được chúc mừng cho quán quân thần tượng âm nhạc Việt Nam mùa thứ 7, Janice Phương.
First of all, congratulations. You're the first foreigner in the history of Vietnam Idol winning the title. So how do you feel?
Yeah, I'm very, very happy until now. I cannot believe what happened on that night. That I won the title of the first ever foreigner. Oh my God, just like a dream come true ever.
What brought you to the competition?
In Philippines, we have the Philippine Idol before, but that was a long time ago. And then I didn't have a chance to, because I was just studying at that time, and I'm so shy. I don't sing in school, even in school, because I'm so shy with a lot of people, and then I don't have any plan to join in Vietnam Idol. But then the time that we are in Time City, like it comes to my mind like, wow, what if I will try, yeah? But of course, makes me feel like, oh, they will sing Vietnamese and my Vietnamese songs are just few. So a bit nervous, but I asked my husband, like, please ask them. I want to try because I really, really love to sing. So I think it makes me something like it makes my passion push me to do the audition, and then yeah, even a bit nervous, but yeah, I really love to sing.
A Filipino girl who was even not confident with her Vietnamese, wowed the judges with her powerful voice in the audition round.
Nice voice.
Very powerful.
And since the moment that she got 3 guesses and a golden ticket, Janice Phương with her passion won the heart of Vietnamese audiences and made the final round.
Your performance, Hello Vietnam, in the finale received applause from both judges and audiences. So what went through your mind when performing the song, and how did you make it your own version?
I chose the song because at first, of course, it's all English, something like that. And they have the Vietnamese version also. And then the musical director just told me, like, you need to do your own, creativity on when have an instrumental. So I need to think about, like this, like that. And the new chorus, the musical director composed for me, like, it's for me, like, something like when I live in Vietnam, I wish everybody welcome me or something like that. So the meaning of the song, it makes me feel like it's not about I'm a foreigner, and sing this song, like, okay, but I need to feel the song like a foreigner, a Viet Kieu, live in another country, but then he still think about what is Vietnam, something like that. And then the version of have a violin, and Jamie did a very good job for that. So the violin helps to make the song a bit, like a very smooth and very windy, for everyone can feel the rhythm of the song.
Hello Vietnam was something of her own story, and unsurprisingly, she again touched the heart of both the judges and audiences with her emotional performance in the finale.
Một cô Philippines và một cô Korean, Hàn Quốc hát Tôi yêu Việt Nam. Còn gì đẹp hơn nữa? Đối với tôi đó là khoảnh khắc đẹp nhất trong suốt những chiều dài mà tôi đi hát, đi hoạt động ở khắp nơi trên thế giới.
Và chúc mừng em, bài hát vừa rồi rất là tuyệt vời, rất là thành công.
How meaningful is the victory to your career as a singer?
Vietnam Idol make my life different, very different. Like, give me a chance to fulfill my dreams, what I want to be. Even like I'm 28 already, so I was just like, oh, maybe it's not meant for me, but I will try my best. And then yeah, God blessed me a lot.
You said that you want to sing Vietnamese songs to the audiences, not only here in the country, but also to Vietnamese community in the Philippines.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that I can have a chance, like I can sing to the Vietnamese people. Yeah, in Philippines, there's a lot of Vietnamese, and in another country, maybe I can sing English, but I will prefer to sing in Vietnamese, of course.
With a desire to perform Vietnamese music to audiences, especially Vietnamese overseas worldwide, Janice Phương has been practicing and working hard. Her husband, also a partner in her career, is the person who always support her and help her to achieve that desire.
Cái niềm đam mê của Janice thì đã tác động đến mình rất là lớn. Mình ủng hộ Janice không những là trong cái thời gian mà bọn mình chơi với nhau, chơi nhạc với nhau, mà còn về sau này nữa. Cô rất là yêu âm nhạc. Và khi mà lần đầu tiên nghe Janice hát nhạc Việt Nam, mình cảm thấy cô tự hào khi hát được tiếng Việt. Cái đó cũng là cái động lực để mình giúp và mình ủng hộ Janice.
Her passion for music has never changed but just gets bigger. To all of her family and friends, she has their pride and they will always support her dream.
Of course, I'm proud. I'll be the first who's been proud for her because it's her long time dreams to be one of the successful singer. Not only here, but maybe in other places.
I feel so proud to have a friend who won this big competition. It's just very overwhelming, and we're so proud of her for what she has achieved, and she works for it, and I think she really deserves that.
You've been living in Vietnam for many years and have your own family here. So how does Vietnam mean to you?
Vietnam means a lot to me because at first I was 20 when I first came to Vietnam, and then Vietnam gave me the first salary that I worked, the first salary in another country, like I can send to my family in Philippines. And then Vietnam gave me a life. Vietnam gave me the chance to help my family. And Vietnam make my dream come true right now. Vietnam made everything. Vietnam is my life. I can say that. Like, yeah, of course I'm a Filipino, but I can say that Philippines and Vietnam is like one country in my heart.
Thank you so much for joining our program.
Fire dancing, also known as fire performing, has been around for a long time. But in Vietnam, its popularity has climbed rapidly in recent years. In this week's Connecting Culture, we'll get a chance to meet the Fire Collective, a group of fire performers right here in Hanoi, who has helped this art form reach many more people in the city.
Fire dancing is one of the newer additions to the already lively art scene of Hanoi. Quest, one of the largest music festivals in the city, is also famous for its vibrant fire dancing performances. The Fire Collective, Quest Festival's group of fire performers, are the ones who are helping the art gain more popularity. Meet Mark Harris, co-organizer of Quest and one of the people who helped start the Fire Collective.
We started 4 years ago. I had 3 friends who started to go to the park and bring out some circus equipment because they had done it before. And I joined them and we started to do it every Sunday. And it's a really nice way to come down on the weekend, just to relax, spend some time with people. And I started by, me and my friend took a bamboo pole and wrapped it in metal, drilled, and then put Kevlar. So we made a fire staff together and then started practicing with that.
In order to be a good fire dancer, technique is important. But the highlight of the show lies in the flames and the props that help create it.
We use Kevlar because Kevlar can hold fuel and burn, but it won't degrade. Well, it will, but not for a long time. And we use kerosene because kerosene burns cooler with less heat than petrol. Petrol is, you can really burn yourself with this, you really hurt yourself. Kerosene is a little bit more forgiving. If it's burning, you can touch yourself, it's okay, and it gives a good flame. The things that you want are how hot does it burn, how clean, like the fume you breathe, and then the fire, the flame, how big it is, how white it is, or the colour of the flame.
The local park is where the Fire Collective hosts their weekly practices. Some, including Mark, choose staffs as their props. Some use hula hoops in combination with belly dancing. Others use poise, which are chains with wicks doused in kerosene at the ends. It doesn't matter what you use. Everyone comes here to learn, to share, and to have a good time together. Everyone is welcome to join the Fire Collective, whether they have experience performing with fire or not, as long as they contribute a small fee for buying fuel. Older members like Mark will guide them through the basics.
They are just so welcoming. If you want to try, I mean, you could just come and you could ask someone to show you something, and that's how you start. I mean, a lot of people here they're actually just relaxing and enjoying.
It's definitely a rush to have the fire going around you, and you have to be very focused and make sure that you don't hit yourself with the fire, because it's possible to get burned. It's quite safe if you are careful, but if you aren't comfortable doing all of the tricks that you try to do, then you may hit yourself, and it's possible to get burned. So it's very much a rush to have the fire spinning around you.
An essential part of fire dancing is a fire, and also getting burned. Accidents happen. Everyone has a scar or two here and there. But for the fire performers, they serve as good memories.
I've got one really good photo my friend took when I tried to wrap around my neck, and it got stuck here and my hair for a moment. And my friend took this amazing photo. It's my face like this, and one half is just in flames. But still not such a bad burn. A little bit, lose some hair maybe.
The Fire Collective now has about 30 people, but the number of members fluctuates since most of them are foreigners who eventually leave Vietnam. In the future, Mark hopes to get more Vietnamese people interested in fire dancing.
After the festival, we often get people asking us for fire performances in Da Nang or Ho Chi Minh City, and we can do that. But to do that, you have to have enough people who are ready to go. Personally, I would really like to see more young Vietnamese or old Vietnamese people coming to join us, because I think that they can learn quite quickly, and if it's something they're interested in.
Men, women, Vietnamese or foreigners, no matter who you are or where you come from, at the Fire Collective, you are always welcome to join in this marvelous pyrotechnic celebration of light, music, dance and friendship.
And that also wraps up the program today. If you would like to provide any feedback or comment on anything you see here on Culture Mosaic, please feel free to write to us at culturemosaic@vtv.vn. And don't forget to include both your name and address. You can also log on to vtv4.vn or our YouTube channel at VTV4Go for more of our program. Don't forget to join us next week for another installment of Culture Mosaic. Thank you for tuning in, and goodbye for now.